Hey everyone, grab your popcorn because we're about to dive into the wildest Hollywood drama you've heard in a minute. The rumored feud between Blake Lively and Anna Kendrick during the making of A Simple Favor. This story's got everything. A-list stars, behind-the-scenes chaos, and a director caught in the crossfire. It's so juicy you're gonna want to stick around until the very end to catch every twist and turn. Trust me, you don't want to miss this. Let's get started. Imagine this. A sleek, stylish thriller called A Simple Favor hits the scene, promising mystery, glamour, and two powerhouse actresses, Blake Lively and Anna Kendrick, sharing the A screen. On paper, it's a dream team. Blake, the golden girl from Gossip Girl, with her flawless red carpet looks and A-list life. Anna, the quirky, lovable star of Pitch Perfect, who's got fans wrapped around her finger with her wit and charm. But what was supposed to be a cinematic slam dunk turned into a hot mess behind the scenes. Whispers of tension started leaking. And soon, the internet was buzzing with one question. Did Blake and Anna secretly hate each other? Let's unpack this drama step by step. First, let's set the stage with Blake Lively. She's Hollywood royalty. Think Serena van der Woodsen vibes. Married to Ryan Reynolds, mom to 4 kids, and always serving looks. Her public image is polished to perfection, but there's always been a little gossip floating around about her off-screen behavior. Some say she's a sweetheart. Others whisper she can be a bit of a control freak, maybe even a diva on set. Then you've got Anna Kendrick, who's like the cool, relatable friend we all wish we had. She's built a career on being authentic, from her breakout role in Up in the Air to stealing hearts in Pitch Perfect. But don't let her chill vibe fool you. Anna's got a backbone and isn't afraid to speak her mind. So, when these two were cast together, everyone expected fireworks. The question was, would they be the good kind or the explosive kind? According to insiders, the set of A Simple Favor was like a pressure cooker ready to pop. Crew members spilled that Blake and Anna were professional when the cameras were on, but the second cut was called total frost. Reports say they butted heads over everything, creative decisions, how scenes should play out, even who got the spotlight. Blake wasn't just acting. She had a hand in producing, which gave her some serious clout. Word is, she wasn't shy about flexing it. Anna, meanwhile, wasn't about to let herself be steamrolled. She's got her own vision and a reputation for standing her ground. One crew member called it stressful as hell, saying it was like watching 2 queens fighting for the same crown. Can you imagine trying to focus on your job while these two are throwing subtle shade left and right? Now, here's where the plot thickens. After the movie wrapped, Blake dropped a bombshell that sent shockwaves through Hollywood. She filed a formal complaint claiming she suffered trauma, fear, and extreme anxiety during the production. And the kicker? Her complaint seemed to hint that Anna Kendrick was a big part of the problem. The internet lost it. Fans split into camps faster than you can say drama. Some were Team Blake, praising her for speaking out about a toxic work environment. Others were skeptical, accusing her of blowing things out of proportion for attention, or maybe even to push her own agenda. Trauma on a movie set? That's a heavy claim, and people wanted receipts. Was Blake telling the truth? Or was this just a masterclass in Hollywood spin? Let's take a step back and think about this. Blake's built a career on being the ultimate it girl, so why would she risk her image with such a bold move? Some say she was trying to control the narrative, maybe even paint herself as a victim to gain sympathy. But then, there's Anna, who's played this whole thing super cool. In one interview, when asked about the movie, her response was, let's call it frosty. She didn't slam Blake outright, but her words had this detached, almost shady vibe that said more than any clapback could. Fans ate it up, dissecting every syllable like it was a coded message. The vibe was clear. Whatever went down on that set, Anna wasn't here for the fake smiles. Was this proof of a feud, or were we all just reading too much into it? Enter Paul Feig, the director who found himself smack in the middle of this mess. If you don't know Paul, he's the genius behind Bridesmaids and Ghostbusters, a guy who's used to wrangling big personalities. But even he couldn't dodge this drama. When rumors about Blake and Anna's feud started gaining traction, Paul tried to play peacemaker. In a now infamous Twitter moment, a fan tweeted that Blake was terrified to attend the movie's premiere because of the tension. Paul's response was short and sharp. "You're wrong." Boom. The internet exploded. Was he defending Blake's honor, or was he low-key calling her out? That one tweet turned the drama dial up to 11, and suddenly everyone was trying to crack the code. Paul's response is worth digging into because it's a big piece of this puzzle. If Blake was really terrified, why would the director, who was there every day, shut that claim down so fast? Some think he was just trying to protect the movie. A director's job doesn't end when filming wraps. They've got to sell the project, and admitting to a messy set could tank its reputation. Plus, Hollywood's a small town. If Paul got a rep for drama-filled projects, actors might think twice about signing on with him. But others see his tweet as a subtle jab at Blake, like he was saying her story didn't add up. Either way, it was like tossing a match into a pile of dry leaves. Fans, blogs, and ex-posts went wild, picking apart every word. Let's talk about that premiere because it's a huge clue in this saga. Hollywood premieres are like theater. Every moment is staged for maximum impact. Co-stars pose together, flash big smiles, and act like besties to sell the movie's vibe. But at the A Simple Favor premiere, Blake and Anna were giving zero. Bestie energy. No joint photos, no arm-in-arm giggles, nothing. Blake was all smiles with other cast members. But Anna? She was practically a ghost in Blake's pictures. In Hollywood, that's not just an oversight. It's a screaming red flag. Fans noticed immediately, and the internet turned it into a meme fest. Were they avoiding each other on purpose? Did they hate each other so much they couldn't even fake it for one night? Those missing photos spoke louder than any press release. Now let's zoom in on Blake's behavior after the premiere. She hit social media hard, posting about how much fun she had at the event, thanking fans, and hyping up the movie. She was all sunshine and gratitude, calling it a joyous occasion. Sounds great, right? But hold up. This is the same woman who claimed she was dealing with extreme anxiety and trauma. If you're struggling that much, are you really posting cheerful selfies and gushing about how amazing everything is? Fans started raising eyebrows. Blake was spotted out and about, looking happy as ever, promoting other projects, and living her best life. It was tough to reconcile that with someone who said they were so shaken they could barely function. The disconnect was glaring, and the internet wasn't letting it slide. And then, Blake took things to a whole new level. In her complaint, she didn't just talk about her own struggles, she brought her kids into it. Yeah, you heard that right. She claimed her children with Ryan Reynolds were emotionally scarred by her experience on set. Okay, let's hit pause. That's a massive leap. How does a tense movie set affect your kids so deeply? Fans were stunned. Some thought it was a calculated move to tug at heartstrings and win public support. Others were straight up confused. Why? Would Blake drag her family into this? The timing didn't help. Her complaint dropped right after the movie's big theatrical run, just as she was getting tons of press for her personal life. Was this about real trauma? Or was Blake playing the sympathy card like a pro? Let's not sleep on Anna Kendrick's role in this. While Blake's been out here making headlines, Anna's kept things chill. But don't mistake her silence for weakness. In interviews, she's dropped hints that things weren't all sunshine and rainbows. Her cool, almost icy responses when Blake's name comes up, they're the kind of shade you feel in your soul. Fans love it because Anna's got this loyal following who see her as the underdog. Compared to Blake's glossy Hollywood image, Anna's quirky, relatable vibe makes her the people's champ. If Blake's story starts to fall apart, Anna's fans are ready to ride for her. No questions asked. It's like a showdown where Anna's winning without even trying. Here's where it gets even crazier. Paul Feig's wife got pulled into the drama. Yup, you read that right. Insiders claim she had her own take on the on-set tension and might have influenced how Paul handled things. In public, we don't have the full tea, but the fact that her name even popped up, that's next-level gossip. It's like this feud is a black hole, sucking in everyone around it. Was Paul's wife Team Blake, or was she pushing for damage control? The details are murky, but it's got fans speculating like crazy. This isn't just about two actresses anymore. It's a full-on Hollywood soap opera. Let's step back and look at the big picture. Hollywood runs on drama. Feuds, scandals, and juicy headlines keep the machine humming. So, is it possible this whole Blake-Anna saga is being played up for clout? Think about it. A simple favor. Got way more buzz because of these rumors. Every blog post, X thread, and YouTube video, like this one, keeps the movie relevant long after it left theaters. Blake's no newbie. She knows how the media game works. Could she be leaning into the victim role to stay in the spotlight? And Anna's subtle shade? It keeps her in the conversation without her having to do much. It's almost like they're both playing chess, moving pieces to keep the drama alive. But here's the other side. What if Blake's telling the truth? Movie sets can be brutal, especially with big egos in the mix. If Blake felt disrespected or sidelined, her anxiety claims might be legit. The problem is, her actions don't back it up. If you're traumatized, you're probably not posting happy Instagram stories or hitting every red carpet like it's no big deal. And that claim about her kids? It feels like a stretch without solid evidence. Fans are calling her out, and the internet's been merciless. Memes are flying, trolls are trolling, and X is a battlefield of hot takes. Blake's catching heat, and it's not just about Anna. It's tied to another drama with her. It ends with Us co-star Justin Baldoni. Speaking of that, let's touch on the Baldoni saga because it's part of this mess. Blake's been getting dragged online for allegedly trying to steal It Ends With Us from Justin, who starred in and directed it. Fans are accusing her of playing the victim there too, spinning a narrative to make herself look good. Trolling is relentless. Savage memes, brutal comments, and straight-up accusations that she's manipulating the story for attention. Blake's acting shocked, but she's been in Hollywood long enough to know how this works. Every cryptic post, every vague comment keeps the drama churning. It's like she's stoking the fire while crying when it burns. Let's talk about the internet's role in this. The trolling isn't just about Blake's feuds, it's about accountability. Fans feel like she's trying to have it both ways, playing the victim while thriving in the spotlight. X posts are calling her out for inconsistencies, like claiming she's losing roles while she's still booking A-list gigs and walking red carpets in designer gowns. The narrative doesn't add up, and the audience isn't buying it. Some say Blake's feeling the heat, looking anxious at recent events. But here's the thing. She's a pro at this. She knows sympathy sells, and painting herself as a Hollywood underdog could win her fans, or even a payout from producers if her complaints lead to settlements. So, is Blake Lively a victim, or is she a master strategist? Her career's still booming. She's got Hulu backing her, brands begging to work with her, and red carpets rolling out the welcome mat. If Hollywood's freezing her out, they're doing a terrible job of it. Some say she's spinning this drama to deflect from rumors about her behavior. By framing herself as the wronged party, she makes any criticism look unfair. But the facts aren't lining up. If she was really struggling, would she be this active, this visible, this polished? It's hard to see her as a victim when she's still shining brighter than most. What about Anna Kendrick? She's not blameless either. Insiders say she was just as stubborn as Blake on set, pushing her own vision and clashing with crew members. Both actresses were described as divas, creating a vibe so tense it was a nightmare to work around. Anna's public image might be all quirky charm, but she's got a fierce side. Her silence on the feud isn't just her being classy, it's strategic. By staying above the fray, she lets Blake take the heat while her fans defend her. It's a smart move, and it's working. The public's more likely to side with Anna, especially as Blake's story shows cracks. Paul Feig's in a tough spot, too. His "you're wrong" tweet was meant to shut down rumors, but it only fanned the flames. Some think he's protecting Blake to save face for the movie. Others believe he's tired of the drama and just wants to set the record straight. Either way, he's not coming out of this unscathed. His reputation as a director who creates chill, fun sets is on the line. If actors think working with him means dealing with feuds, they might pass on his next project. And that wife rumor? It's not helping. The idea that she's meddling in the drama makes Paul look like he's not fully in control, which is the last thing a director wants. Let's circle back to the publicity angle because it's a big one. Hollywood's no stranger to manufactured drama. Feuds sell tickets, boost streams, and keep stars in the headlines. A simple favor. Got a sequel, and guess what? The feud rumors didn't hurt. It probably helped. Blake and Anna's names are still tied to the franchise, and every article about their beef keeps it relevant. Could Blake be playing a long game, using the drama to stay talked about? She's been in the industry since her teens. She knows how to work the media, and Anna's not above it either. Her subtle shade keeps her fans engaged without her having to get messy. It's like they're both winning, even if it looks like a fight. But what if there's more to uncover? What if the set really was toxic, and Blake's claims have some truth? We can't ignore the possibility. Crew members confirm the tension, and power struggles between stars aren't rare. If Blake felt pushed around, her anxiety might be real. The problem is, she's not selling it well. Her happy-go-lucky public persona undermines her story, and dragging her kids into it feels like a misstep. Without solid evidence, it's hard to take her side, especially when Anna's staying quiet and Paul's calling her out. The public's skeptical, and the trolling shows it. So, where does this leave us? This feud is a tangled web of egos, rumors, and half-truths. Blake's painting herself as a victim, but her actions, red carpets, brand deals, social media glow-ups, tell a different story. Anna's playing it cool, letting Blake take the heat while her fans hold her down. Paul's stuck in the middle, trying to save his movie and his rep. And the fans? We're eating it up, dissecting every clue like detectives. The missing premiere photos, the icy interviews, the crew gossip, it all points to a rift that's deeper than we thought. But is it real, or is it just Hollywood smoke and mirrors? Will Blake and Anna ever bury the hatchet? Right now, it's hard to see them grabbing brunch and laughing it off. The premiere snub, the shady comments, the public's divided loyalties, it's a lot to overcome. Blake's decision to air her grievances has made reconciliation tougher, and Anna's silence feels like a wall. Paul's trying to play diplomat, but his credibility's taking hits. This feud might fizzle out, or it could explode into Hollywood's next big scandal. Either way, it's got us hooked, and we're not looking away anytime soon. One last thing. Before we wrap up, let's talk about the bigger lesson here. Hollywood's a machine, and drama's its fuel. Stars like Blake and Anna know how to play the game, whether it's for sympathy, clout, or just to keep their names out there. But the audience? We're not as easy to fool as they might think. We see the cracks in the story, the contradictions, the carefully staged moments. This feud's a reminder that what we see, on screen, on social media, on the red carpet, isn't always the full truth. It's a performance, and Blake, Anna, and even Paul are all playing their parts. So, what's your take? Is Blake lively? A victim, a strategist, or a bit of both? Is Anna Kendrick the real MVP, or is she just as messy? And what's Paul Feig's deal? Hero or enabler? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I'm dying to know what you think. If you loved this deep dive into Hollywood's latest drama, smash that like button and hit subscribe for more tea. We've got plenty more where this came from, so don't miss out. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.